So let me hit this one real quick. Investing versus saving, right? So shoebox money has always been the thing. We have savings accounts, so on and so forth. Or should we be what people may deem risking your money because people only know what they know
Yep.
by investing it?
Love it.
So
Yes.
B, you did the Michael Jordan fist, so I'll allow you to
Yes. Um. All right. So, um, saving versus investing. All right. Usually, what you will want to do is you want to have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, worth of bills saved up in a savings account. I'm all for investing. Your money is never, ever, ever going to grow in savings, and y'all can quote me on that. You can Google it. You can talk to investors. You can talk to economics, or however you pronounce the word. I don't know how to pronounce it, but fuck it. Y'all get my point. It's never going to grow in savings. Now, what I've noticed is, all right, let me be very transparent. A lot of blacks don't know how to invest. A lot of blacks were never taught how to invest. I was fortunate that I came across a lady one day who we just started a conversation. She talked about saving, she talked about investing. Um, when I was living in South Carolina, I started out as a customer service rep in a finance company. 4 months later, I was promoted to assistant manager. Um, then I did the research myself on investing. Then when I went to school, I took an economics class, just to take it because I already knew about investing, but I took it just to take it. Investing, depending on what you are investing, yes, it can be risky. I will also say this: no matter what you are investing in, whether it is a blue chip stock or an ETF, you will lose money. So when I tell
what's
people,
the ETF?
an ETF is an electronics trade transfer. Electronics trades funds. I meant. I'll get to more about that in a minute. Um,
No, 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 no. The fuck you won't. Listen,
okay,
keep
no,
this
all right, but
answer.
because that was messing up the point. But
Okay,
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 but in
all right,
ETF,
yeah.
I know about this stuff. Okay,
No, I
and,
know, but just
okay,
the
in
answer.
ETF, all right, you messed up my point. But okay, an ETF is basically
Might have
okay.
hit you with the Primerica.
No, fuck Prime America, no. An ETF, all right, your S&P 500, your Russell Vanguard 2000, your Russell Vanguard 500, those are your ETFs, which you can trade during the market from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you try to trade it on the weekend, it's not going to settle until Monday, 9 a.m. when the market closes.
B question. But what would be like a example of an ETF that everybody would know?
All right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if we're talking about majority blacks, none of them really know. I mean, a lot of them don't. A good ETF that I would tell anyone to start looking into. You want to open up a Fidelity account. You want to get that S&P 500. You're not going to go wrong with the S&P 500. If you Google in S&P 500, Morningstar, Motley Fool, they have one of the best ratings out there. You're not going to go wrong with that. I have several ETFs, but S&P 500, that's one of the best. Then what you want to do is you want to see how much each share is. With S&P 500, it's about $38 right now. It went down due to the inflation, about $3. You want to get you several shares, get as many shares as possible. Let that money sit in that ETF, and then you're going to start getting your quarterly dividend for each share. Reinvest your dividends. Don't let those dividends just sit in that money market account. You want to
Question.
reinvest your
Are
dividends.
dividends guaranteed?
Yes, with yes. Now, let me clarify something. With the S&P 500, the Russell Vanguard 2000, any ETF, you're going to get that monthly dividend. Your monthly dividends is going to be a little different. But nonetheless, you're going to get your monthly dividend. So some people say, "What's a monthly dividend?" All right,
Yeah.
you know how you have a savings account and you get your interest off
Yeah.
the savings. All right, that's the same thing with the ETF, your monthly
But
dividend.
B, if we all did this, why wouldn't we do it if we're guaranteed a dividend?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of blacks don't know about investing. They think investing is risky. And yes, you will lose money, but with an ETF or a good blue chip stock, the money you'll lose compared to the money that you'll gain, I mean, you're not going to miss the money. I at least say get one ETF and get you one nice blue chip stock. Don't get Amazon. That's too expensive. Don't get McDonald's. That's too damn expensive. Unless you're going to put $200 in each month, I guess. I mean, I don't know how your pockets run, but get Verizon. That's a nice, good blue chip stock,
So
and let your money grow because it's
wait,
not going to grow.
let me ask one question, B, to clarify, because I'm thinking S&P is a doesn't that track the top 500
Yes,
stock
exactly.
companies?
Yes.
So you're saying get a company from a stock that's in the S&P 500?
No, all right. So your S&P 500, it's going to track several different markets: technology, medical, health, food, restaurants, whatever. It's going to track the top 500. Your blue chip, I just use my blue chip stock for like emergency. So if something comes up, bam, I can sell some stocks, let it settle in about 2-3 days, bam, pull it out. But yes, you would. Yes, I mean a blue chip. You can get a blue chip stock from an ETF. Yes, you can do that.
So I can buy stock in the entire S&P 500?
No.
Well, because you said buy a S&P 500.
All right. A lot of what I'm saying is, all right, it's confusing for a lot of people. Okay, I get that because investing is very complex. I have to show you instead of me telling you. But what I'm saying is, all right, how can I put it?
Yeah. Well,
Can I
because
add
I just
something here?
yeah, hold on, Eddie. I just want to because initially it sounded like you said buy an S&P 500. I think what you're saying is buy one of those company stocks.
No, S&P 500. You'll buy the S&P 500. You'll buy several shares of it. Now, okay, I get what
the
you're saying.
S&P 500.
Yes. Now, within the S&P 500, it might track Verizon, but you could also get Verizon as well. But that's just going to be a blue chip.
So that sounds like a mutual fund. Like, isn't a mutual fund like a bunch of stocks?
No, mutual funds. You don't want mutual funds. You want to stay away from mutual funds because then you have to pay someone to do that for you. You don't want to pay. You want the computer to do it. You don't want mutual funds. You don't want that. You want to stay away from that. And also because at the end of the day, if you get a mutual fund, you have to realize that person who's doing that for you and tracking those companies for you, they may not know what they're doing. The computer ain't never going to get it wrong. So you don't want the mutual fund. Stay away from that. You want to get, at least depending on how much you can afford, I definitely say Fidelity. Charles Schwab is all right. I closed my account with them, but Fidelity, you definitely want to look into the S&P 500 and get you a blue chip stock. Bonds is good as well. You got the short term, long term. I'm more long term with my bonds, but bonds is good as well.
So, question, because you set it off with Eddie, you up. You set it off with B. I just want to, because you set it off with 3 months worth of
yes.
So only 40% of Americans have that much money, and then 6 months is 33% of Americans. So does this apply to the majority, or does it apply to the minority of people in the country? And if I look up black people, I'm sure it's probably even lower.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. So what what an investor is basically going to tell you is strive to get at least 3 to 6 months worth of investments, worth of savings, then start investing. That's what they're going to tell you. Okay. The reason being 3 to 6 months is something happens in your savings, you want to be able to pull it out of your savings pretty quickly. Also, because the time frame to find a job is 3 to 6 months. So if something happens, you get laid off, you have fired or whatever, you have 3 to 6 months worth of bills saved up. Saving, I don't save. I mean, I have a savings, but I mean, your money is never going to grow in savings. Another reason why I'm not a big fan of savings is because of inflation. But what you have to realize is, and a lot of people look at me goofy when I
for them, you know. So it is what it ought to be, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Oh, and we out.